YouTubers, viewers, and my friends out there. It's Mr. Lee Nice. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me for another one of my reviews about a Tomahawk. This is the Columbia River Knife and Tool CRKT Chogan T-Hawk, and it's designed by Ryan Johnson of RMJ Tactical. If you're not familiar with RMJ Tactical, they're very hardcore tactical tomahawks. So this is the Chogan T-Hawk. This is the one without the spike. This has a bit of a hammer on the back end, and that's what I prefer for tactical and bushcraft myself. Some people prefer a spike. I think you can get more done with a hammer on the back of it, because with the spike, I mean, I think that you know, the uses become a little more limited, and with the hammer you can still do you know, you could do lethal blows if you had to. Whereas the spike, that's pretty much, you know, you're looking at just another dangerous edge on your tomahawk that you may or may not need. It's been extremely awesome tomahawk. It's been extraordinary, actually, I would have to say. And I would closely compare it to an Equinox Coronado tomahawk that I own. It's made by Mike and my buddy, and he does a great job at crafting tomahawks. And I say this one's close to it because I think it's an excellent hybrid between a bushcrafting tomahawk and a tactical tomahawk. And I guess what I mean by that is the bushcrafting ability, it does chopping very well and does hammering. And then with the tactical ability, this is a very rugged tomahawk. And I definitely have beat it up pretty hard. And then with the hammer on that, there's really a lot of opportunity with a tomahawk like this. And so that other one, it's called the Gen 1 Mark 6 by Equinox Coronado. That's a very similar tomahawk in the fact that it's more centered around bushcraft and combat, but it's also a pretty good hybrid of a tactical tomahawk, and I think this is one of the best ones I've used so far. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and run down on some of the specifications from the top of the head of the tomahawk to the pommel here. It's 14 inches overall, so it's not as long as some of those cold steel tomahawks tomahawks that you see out there. And the head overall length is 5 inches. The length of the blade down to the beard is 3 inches, and part of the underneath the beard is also sharpened, so that adds a little more bushcrafting ability for slicing cuts and ripping and tearing. As for the handle, it has two long separate scales. I believe they're about 12 inches long, and is a reinforced nylon, a very, very rugged handle scale. They did actually put a grip texture into the actual material itself, but it has more of a smooth finish, which actually feels really good to the hand. And it has these large sort of grommet holes, and I put some shock cord through the grip there, and which actually makes it gives it sort of a very versatile sort of, you can have almost like a hands-free movement while using the tomahawk, which is pretty neat. And so definitely enjoyed the handle part. The blade material is out of an SK5. It's a higher carbon Japanese tool steel, which I'm never used that before, and I'm extremely impressed with it so far. I mean, it's got seems that the edge retention has been great, but it's also very easy to rehone that edge, and it's been, I gotta say, I mean, it's been absolutely exceptional with the blade material. And then at the end, it does have some little lanyard holes on there. Got a really good sort of a choked up grip you can do, and the handle also does have a really nice curvature to it, which adds sort of like almost like a kukri based tomahawk that gives you that added benefit and helpful motion when chopping with that angle on there. So definitely, so number one, impressive design. Also, and number two, it's impressive materials and craftsmanship. And three, it feels really good in the hand. Performs excellent, very, very well. So really can't say enough about it. It's definitely between that Equinox Coronado Gen 1 Mark 6 and this one, they're probably my most two favorite tactical and bushcraft hybrid tomahawks, and loving this one so far. So good blade width. You know, some people might think it's, you know, it may be not enough blade, or some others may think it's too much. I think it's almost just right. 3 inches of chopping edge. To me, you don't really need any more than that on a tomahawk, or it definitely becomes like dead weight. And it becomes more of a combat-based tomahawk. This one, it gets all your power. You can drive all your power forward and do all your chopping and hammering with ease. So definitely digging the materials and the design. Very exceptional. And I did do that Cryptek camouflage on there. That is spray paint. It's actually held up, I'd say, extremely well, because I've taken out on several good outings and beat it up pretty hard. And there's some scratches and things, but nothing too serious. And then as for the sheath, it was actually a very different sheath because it had some nylon straps that they run through these slots here. Did not like that at all. It also has like it had a webbing buckle here, which I replaced the webbing with some more durable webbing-based material. It just didn't feel. It felt very thin. And then the Tomahawk slides in there. It's got pretty good retention even without the buckle closure, so that's really nice. And then when I was talking about those weird straps, I went ahead and just bolted down a tech lock on there instead, and that's worked really well for me. I can take it easily and quickly on and off my pack. And then I put finally a little survival pouch on the sheath itself. Just used some double-sided tape, and that's the hook and loop side on there. Got the female and the male on the little pouch here, and I believe I just some rubberized gloves in there just in case my primary gloves get damaged or I need just some extra gloves. My thoughts on this Tomahawk is like I was saying, it's definitely one of my favorite tactical and bushcraft and definitely combat Tomahawks as well. And the materials perform well. The design has performed well. Feels good in the hand. I definitely like the ability to have that's very unique, to have the shock cord grip, so you can have you will not drop the Tomahawk if you have to pick something else, stack some wood, move something around at your camp. So that's very exceptional with that, and definitely just really enjoy it. I'd have to give it for the price. I mean it's 5 out of 5 stars overall. Absolutely exceptional piece of hardware, and just really enjoyed it. So, and I don't have a lot of CRKT stuff, but I have a few things. This is definitely my favorite piece from them. And so if you're looking for an awesome tactical Tomahawk, don't want to spend a ton of money, but you want to get something high quality that you can beat pretty hard, but you can also carry it around with pride and confidence, this is a pretty good Tomahawk. So thank you so much for watching. Mr. Leonidas signing out, and as always, have a good one.